Lent time now. We're in Greece. About 40 days before Easter, Lent period starts, and the start of the show in the Lent period is our flatbread. Beautiful Lagana, lovely sesame flatbread, which I don't really know why you only make it once a year, because it's so lovely and so tasty, and we just do it once a year for some reason. So let's see the ingredients, and we can talk about the bread later on. We're making it with tahini, which is a beautiful sesame paste. If you cannot get tahini, you can substitute the tahini with 50 ml of olive oil.
I think there's quite a lot of supermarkets now, though, all over the world that stock.
I'm sure you can get it, but just in case, you can substitute that with 50 ml of olive oil. So what we have here is strong flour, like bread flour, strong flour, the tahini of course, some lukewarm water, some salt, sugar, small glass of white wine, and some dried yeast.
And the glass of white wine is for the recipe, surprise, surprise.
It's not for me yet, for a change. It's only early morning, that's why I'm not drinking yet. So the first thing we're going to do is put the yeast in the bowl, and the sugar, and the water. And we're going to leave this now for 10 minutes for the yeast to activate.
The sugar will get that all bubbling up nicely, won't it?
The sugar will dissolve and the yeast will activate, so we're going to just cover that with a towel and leave it there for about 10 minutes.
Right.
Okay, here we are, 10 minutes. You can see how frothy now the yeast is.
Lovely, bubbled up, lovely.
Bubbled up and it's all nice and activated. So in this case, almost everything else will assemble the whole thing. So wine goes in, couple of tablespoons of this lovely tahini.
Yeah. So at this point, if you're not using tahini, you'd pour
just put the olive oil
50 mils of olive oil in instead.
That's it.
Okay.
And don't think it's a lot. It's not really. 50 ml of olive oil is absolutely fine, because you can see it's quite a bit of tahini is going in. What we're going to do at the end is we're going to use some sesame. What makes the Lagana different to any other flatbread is lots of sesame. So I've got the sesame here, and we like sweet anise, so I'm going to put some sweet anise as well. That's later on. At the moment, concentrate on this. Mix all that together, bring it all together.
Yeah.
So there it is, the tahini has dissolved. Salt goes in. All the ingredients, the quantities and everything, they're in the recipe. And at this point now, we're going to use the dough machine later on. So I need a bigger bowl to mix the flour in. So all our liquids will go in the big bowl. Wonderful. Smelling wine first thing in the morning. Oh my god. And put the flour in little doses, basically.
Just so that you can mix it better, isn't it?
Yeah. Lovely, oh lovely. Can't wait. Okay. When it comes out of the oven, it's so amazing.
All
really
bread
amazing.
makes the house smell beautiful as well, doesn't it, when it's
any
baking?
bread, really, yeah. Okay, give us a minute.
Yep. Get that mixed and then it goes in the bread machine, yeah?
Yep. So here we are, all mixed together.
Added all the flour now,
You
yeah?
can really smell the tahini, all this lovely sesame.
The yeast I'm getting, it's been activated. And
So clean the bowl, clean the spoon, and put the bowl in our dough machine.
If you haven't got one, of course, you've got to do it by hand.
You can do it by hand, yeah, but it needs good kneading, you know, it needs about 10 minutes.
We're ready, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
10-12 minutes gone by.
Yeah. I mean, kneading by hand is so much quieter, but it's tougher work, isn't it?
But in this case now, I need to oil my hands.
Okay.
and oil this little bowl, which we're gonna leave the dough to rest and double in size. So oily hands, oily bowl, and get this lovely soft dough out.
Okay.
Look at it, it's so elastic now. Wonderful. Nice clean warm towel on top. Leave in a warm place until it doubles in size. Back to our Lagana. Back to our Lagana making. And you can see now it's doubled, even more probably than doubled in size, so it's lovely, beautiful. And at this stage here, we need a little bit of greaseproof paper on our tray. We're going to brush a bit of oil all over the tray, so our seeds are going to stick. We're going to put the sesame and a little bit of the sweet anise underneath of the Lagana. So brush a bit of oil. It comes in different stages and it takes a while, but it's well worth doing it. Really worth doing it. It's a lovely, really lovely bread. So this is a little bit of sweet anise going all over. And plenty of sesame. We need quite a bit of sesame. That is the idea of the Lagana. Lovely flat bread with lots of sesame. Okay. Now take this little baby out. Actually, let me oil my hands a bit. Nice for the skin, isn't it? Olive oil. So take it all out, and I want to take the air out of it by squeezing it and spreading it. We don't need a rolling pin. It's just a
It's rustic bread.
rustic bread. Spread it all over. Normally we shape them like a oval or rectangular. Doesn't really matter. One or the other. And this is what we're basically looking for. So this is our Lagana. Don't worry about the shape. Any shape is absolutely fine. So what I'm going to do now is cover it and leave it again to rise for another half an hour, 40 minutes. And now we come to the fun part of it. Our dough is ready, and the oven is calling.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing, yeah. A bit more,
See how it's puffed up, yeah.
Puffed up beautifully. So brush it with olive oil again. I love this bit. This is where we sprinkle a little bit more of sweet anise, which is optional, as I said.
Get your seeds on it.
And lots of sesame. Lots of sesame. That's the Lagana. The idea of the Lagana is a flat sesame bread basically, so we need the more sesame the better. So look at that beauty there. And the other thing with the Lagana, the fun bit, is when you actually start like putting your fingers through.
Making indents in it.
Making indents in it, yeah. So it's going to come fantastic and crispy now.
And the important thing to leave that to last is, if you do it before you sprinkle the seeds in, the seeds just fall in all the holes, don't they?
Yeah, we've done that before.
Yes,
So
we know from experience.
So this is exactly the way to do it. Right? So in the oven, about half an hour, until it's nice and crispy.
And the ovens are beeping at us at 180.
In the middle of the oven for about 30 minutes, or until, as I said, this just came out of the oven. It took 40 minutes exactly. It came out of the oven, you know, and it's, listen, really, really beautiful and crispy.
Okay.
And because it took so long, the whole process took a long time. We started with a coffee, but now it's time for a wine, yeah? Cheers, cheers, taste buddies.
You earned it.
And let's cut a piece. I had one before. Let's cut another piece to show you. You never cut it with a knife. Right, that is a must. And it's what we're looking for. Never cut it with a knife, just tear it with your fingers.
It's tear and share bread, isn't it?
And this is my lovely, our lovely Taramasalata. It was a joint effort the other day. And let's try it.
That is crunchy. I can hear that. I don't know if the taste buddies can hear it, but it's crunchy.
Oh, crunchy. Beautiful. So a nice little lunch. Now a little snack before lunch. Lagana, Taramasalata and homemade olives to end it. And cheers to you all. Thank you for watching us.
Yamas taste buddies.
Yamas taste buddies, please subscribe.
Look at that, lovely.
And this is our Lagana for Saracoste. Bye everybody.
Bye now.
Bye.